This is Chris Medeiros. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel, Word of Chris 1-800. Subscribe to my other channel, Chris Medeiros. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. It'll all be down in the description box, so you can follow all my social media accounts. And I'm here to do my Boruto Naruto Next Generations episode 85 review. So here we go, discuss about episode 85 of Boruto. It was titled The Heart Stone. So yeah. It was a pretty good episode, not a bad one. Better than last week's, I think, because of last week's. At least in this week's episode, you get a little bit of action, but it was against a giant ass wolf, which I'll be talking about at the end of stuff. So, as you guys know from last week's episode, Boruto was carrying the third Tsuchikage Inoki, away from the village and stuff, because they was getting. Because the third Tsuchikage almost died from a giant pillar about to fall onto him and stuff. When the Akutas was attacking and stuff. When he was going after Boruto now. So when Boruto grabbed the Tsuchikage, he was carrying the Tsuchikage and stuff away from the village and all that. He ended up going into this thing where there's like this place or whatever where ninjas train. Or whatever, from the Hidden Stone Village, where, it's just hand-to-hand combat, like taijutsu pretty much, they're doing taijutsu in there, because you can't do ninjutsu or genjutsu in there. It won't allow you cannot infuse your chakra or anything, so yeah, that's pretty much a bad thing about that place, whatever. So Boruto and Inoki's, and then they had to find the Heart of Stone to get out of there, but then they walked into this guy as a part of the Hidden Stone Village that's in there, and his name is Seki. Yeah, his name is Seki. The same guy that's named as the as apparently the antagonist in this Boruto arc, named Seki. The guy that's friends with Mitsuki right now, with the bowl cut, pretty much. Yeah, this is pretty much him. If you guys don't know, I guess they did an experiment on, the real Seki, and then, that Seki came out or whatever. They got the same names and all that. So, yeah, Boruto then finds Seki, and, of course, Seki's trying to fight Boruto in the beginning and stuff, and then, but he's trying to, like, infuse chakra, trying to use, ninjutsu or whatever. But, he can't use any trips and falls and all that crap. So he's pretty damn clumsy or whatever. And then he sees Inoki, and then he finally stops, stopped trying to attack Boruto, which was pretty good. So then Inoki, Boruto, and Seki is trying to find their way out and stuff, trying to find the Heart of Stone now. And then also we get to the other scene with Konohamaru, pretty much, because Konohamaru has now finally made it to the Hidden Stone Village. He was, he comes in and he sees Akatsuchi was fighting these Akutas or whatever, a couple of them. And he's doing pretty decent against some or whatever, trying to use the, Earth style mountain wall pretty much, killing one of them and stuff. And then this other one was about to, get, Akatsuchi, and so Konohamaru threw kunais at the mask and broke, and it kills them. So if you break the mask, you kill the Akutas. It's just like Kakuzu's hearts. When you break the mask, you pretty much destroyed one of his hearts. So yeah, it's the same thing like that concept pretty much, but you just kill him off after killing the mask. So yeah, Konohamaru finally makes it there and stuff, and Katsuchi says thank you, and yeah, Konohamaru leaves out trying to find Boruto, and then so he's trying to find him around the village and stuff. So yeah, that's what Konohamaru was doing. And then we get a scene with Shikamaru and stuff because of well, before I talk about, well, not Shikamaru, Shikadai. So before I talk about Shikadai, what happened was those other two characters, that's like friends with Seki and Kokyo. Those other ones, like the female that has the eyes closed or whatever, pretty much I guess a dojutsu, I guess it's like a Kikagenkai or whatever. They can lock you in like genjutsu and stuff. Her skin was cracking up in the last episode. Same for the other guy with the with the red hair that sticks up and stuff. His skin was cracking up as well. The imperfect beings and stuff. And so they get put in this pod, knocked out and stuff. Healing up or whatever, I guess. And then we see Mitsuki and Seiki was talking and stuff about him and all that, because Mitsuki's trying to get more information about him and stuff like that. But then we see Shikadai. Shikadai is tied up now, so yeah, he's finally out of prison. But yeah, he's finally out of prison, whatever that they had him in, and they had him tied up. Now we haven't seen the Tsuchikage at all. The what's her name, Kurosuchi, I think her name is. We haven't seen her at all, and she's the fourth Tsuchikage, and Shikadai was like tied up to this board thing or whatever. They're about to do test on him, I guess, like do test on him to have another clone or whatever. I think this is like the same thing that they did with Seiki, I think, and then created the actual Seiki that's like friends with Mitsuki. So I think they did the same thing with him and all that crap. So Shikadai is like tied up to this board, and they're trying put like this mask on, trying to knock him out and stuff. And by the time they threw the mask on, he was knocked out. But that didn't knock him out. He knocked himself out by using the shadow strangling jutsu. Pretty much he was choking his own self with his shadow jutsu. So yeah, that's what Shikadai did. And Shikadai escaped and all that. So yeah, because like what happened was he was tied up. They put that mask on to knock him out and stuff, and he choked himself out instead of inhaling that, because he would have been knocked out longer. So he choked himself out with his shadow jutsu, shadow strangling jutsu, and they untied him from the board. And once they untied him from the board, he woke right up and ran off. So yeah, that's what Shikadai did, which was pretty smart from him. So then we get back with with Boruto and Seiki and Noki now, and they're still trying to find the Heart of Stone, and they're drinking water and all that, and Seiki drinks all the water, and Boruto gets pissed off about that. Talking about, you coming with me, so we're going to refill this water back up because you drunk it all. So that's what Boruto tells Seiki. He drank Seiki and stuff, and it was like after the third Tsuchikage and Noki was talking about the Will of Stone, and he has a flashback, which is pretty cool now. He has a flashback of the first Tsuchikage talking to him about the Will of Stone. He was like a kid or teenager, around Boruto's age at this point. So he's talking about like about 70 years ago, 60 years ago, possibly, stuff like that. So yeah, you're talking about a pretty good amount of time ago. So he's going back. It's like a flashback and stuff of the first Tsuchikage, discussing the Will of Stone to to Noki and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty cool. We haven't seen the Tsuchikage in a long time. The first Tsuchikage, at least, we haven't seen him in a long time, which was pretty cool that we finally get to see him in the flashback and all that. I think that was possibly the first time that we've seen him, if I'm not... No, it ain't the first time we've seen him. In a flashback, at least. I think we see him in the flashback, like at the 5 Kage Summit before Sasuke attacked the 5 Kage Summit in Naruto Shippuden. So, yeah, I think it's like the second time we get to see him, like, in a flashback or whatever. Because they have flashbacks of, like, Hashirama and all of them, doing the first ever 5 Kage Summit with all the tail beasts and stuff. So yeah, he was in that flashback for Hashirama and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, still it was cool to see him in a flashback and all that. I haven't seen him in a flashback in a while because he is dead, of course. So yeah, Noki was talking about the Will of Stone. With the first Tsuchikage was telling him about the Will of Stone. He was discussing it to Boruto and Seiki before they left down and got water. Well, when they left down and got water and stuff, this big giant wolf or whatever, it was big as hell. I never seen a wolf this big and like Naruto or anything. I thought it was like, regular sizes or whatever, like dogs or whatever, Naruto, because we've seen wolves in Naruto, like in the forest and all that crap. But this wolf was like pretty damn huge. And of course, Seiki and stuff's trying to use ninjutsu and all that, but of course it ain't working because he can't infuse his chakra inside that barrier or whatever. So Boruto and them has to use hand-to-hand combat taijutsu to take down the wolf, which they do a pretty good combination with when the wolf is trying to attack him and stuff. You see Boruto pretty much jump up in the air, Seiki jumps up in the air, Boruto kicks Seiki into that wolf while Seiki pretty much decks the wolf right in the face, laying him out, and then the wolf ran away. So yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, that was a pretty cool tag team between Boruto and Seiki, which was pretty cool. After laying out the wolf, so yeah, that was a little bit of action that you see in Boruto in this week's episode, and the little bit with Kamehameha and stuff. So yeah, that's what happened there, and apparently Seiki had in his hands the Heart of Stone, and now all of a sudden lays like a trail of a bunch of Heart of Stones into the exit, and then they follow it, and they left out. So yeah, Seiki, Inoki, and Boruto is finally out of the barrier. And I forgot to mention this one scene when they was inside the barrier. Apparently, it was pretty funny because of, you see Inoki pretty much said he dozed off or whatever, and he's on the ground, his back is hurting, and you see Boruto trying to rub his back, and he's rubbing it like rough as hell, talking about, you're killing me and stuff. That's what Inoki was saying, which was pretty funny. And then you see Seiki come up rubbing his back, talking about, yeah, my grandma made me do, her back rubs every night. So you're like, what the hell, but okay. That's what happened there. So yeah, but apparently his grandma's dead now, so yeah. That's what Seiki said at least. But yeah, that's what happened, which was a pretty funny scene with Seiki discussing how he gave his grandma back rubs and stuff every night, and Inoki was got back up. He's like, oh, I'm feeling great and all that stuff, and yeah, that's what happened there. That was when they was inside the barrier, but now they're out of the barrier and stuff. Seiki, Boruto, and Inoki, and Seiki was trying to talk to him, and Boruto and Inoki jumps on top of the cliff, hiding from him, and Seiki runs off. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then we get to the scene with Kamehameha. Apparently Kamehameha knocks out one of the guards or whatever. I guess it's protecting the door and to get inside of there where Lord Kunin is at, pretty much. So yeah, Kamehameha lays out one of them, and he's hiding behind a rock or whatever, which was pretty cool. And then at the end of the episode, we see Lord Ku pretty much take off the glove, and you see his skin cracking up. So yeah, apparently he is not a perfect being like Mitsuki, so he's still an imperfect being. I thought he was a perfect being, I guess, but apparently he's not. So yeah, we see his his hand cracking up at the end. So yeah, apparently he's dying out too as well, like taking him. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, in this episode, in one of these parts of this episode, we see Lord Ku discussing to that doctor or whatever that created him and stuff. We see him discussing about protecting the humans, like, protecting them and stuff, the village and all that. So yeah, he was talking about that to the doctor or whatever, which was pretty interesting and stuff. But that was during the episode and all that. But at the end of the episode, Lord Ku's hands cracking up and stuff. So yeah, and then the episode ended. So yeah, pretty decent episode. So I guess that Seiki guy that was with Boruto on them is the same Seiki guy pretty much as with Mitsuki and stuff, like a clone of him or whatever. They took his chakra or whatever, I don't know, DNA, cells, or whatever. I guess they took it possibly, I don't know, but they got the same names and stuff, so I'm taking a guess it is. But yeah, pretty good episode this week with Boruto. Better than last week's episode, in my opinion. I'll give this episode a 6.5 out of 10 stars. That's why I'll give it. Pretty decent episode. So yeah, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Chris Mateo. Subscribe to this channel, Word of Chris 1-800. Comment on this video about what you guys think about this week's episode of Boruto. Follow me on Twitter at Chris Mateo 6. Follow me on Instagram, TNW_Chris_McDaniels. You can follow me on Snapchat, be down in the description box. And you can like my Facebook page, it'll be down there in the description box as well. So you can go follow all my social media accounts, they'll all be down there in the description box. And like I said, like this video and comment on it. about this week's episode of Boruto. Did you like it or not? Describe about what you feel about this week's episode of Boruto. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until episode 86 review of Boruto next week. See you guys later until then.